Hi, I'm Aaron. I'm the drummer for Too Far to Jump.
Hi, I'm Rupert. I play lead guitar in Too Far to Jump.
Hi, my name is Luke. I am the lead singer and rhythm guitarist for Too Far to Jump.
Too serious? Favourite part of the song, obviously, drums. There's a fill 3/4 of the way in. Bubba bat. Sick.
The breakdown? Spoiler alert, there's a breakdown. Is the song out yet? I don't know. Yes, the breakdown is my favourite bit. It's a bit chuggier, a bit more metal.
The breakdown, because I get to use my wah pedal and sound like Jimi Hendrix.
What was the recording process like? For the drums, it's quite long. A couple of hours setup, only a few hours playing, and the pack down and setup is the longest part. It's great fun, but it's a long day.
Went really well because we practice a lot before we come to the studio, so we know what we're doing, and it went really well.
This was I think this was the first time that I've recorded rhythm guitars in the studio for us. I did a little bit for the previous song, but this was the first time doing the main bulk of them. So that was a nice experience. It's always good. And yeah, the vocals were pretty standard job. Go into the studio, do your vocal warm-ups, then record them.
I think the most exciting part that I'm excited for people to hear from this release is how our sound is developing and how it's changing. It's a lot more harder hitting, and it's in a direction that we're liking. So yeah, it's going to sound good.
Well, it's probably the favourite part of the song, the breakdown. We haven't done anything quite this heavy before. I'm reluctant to call it heavy because I know some people will disagree, but yeah, I'm interested to see what the reaction to that's going to be. I know some people, my mum, won't necessarily enjoy that newer side to our music, but personally I enjoy it, and it's something that I've been kind of going for quite a while in the band. So it's fine, nice to finally do it. Yeah.
The new, more edgy sound that we've got in the latest song, it's a bit of a new direction for us. We're really excited for people to hear it.
Process for writing the drums. So I write all my drums on the computer. I write them digitally. The reason I do that is because I find it pushes me more as a drummer, and it also helps serve the song rather than being in a room and playing it and only being limited to what I can play. By writing it on a computer, I don't limit myself, so I put in what sounds great, get to the end process, and then go, that sounds sick. Can't play it, but again, that's the process of them being able to take the song and learn it and get it to the ability where I can play it on the kit for recording.
I guess this song is really kind of about when you've been through something that's kind of left you not the same person, or like not all of you, I guess would be the best description for this song specifically. Like if you've gone through a breakup or loss or something and you feel like you've lost a part of yourself, kind of preparing yourself, allowing yourself time to feel whole again, as it were, before diving into like a relationship with anybody else. That's really what this song is about. It's about picking up those pieces and putting yourself back together before knowing you can commit to anything.
So we've got a lot of things happening. We've already recorded our latest single and video, and that's going to be coming out in a couple of months. We're in the studio again at the moment, obviously, and we're going to be shooting a video for this song in the autumn. But we also have another couple of songs which we'll be shooting videos for, and on top of that we're planning our UK tour, and more news about that soon.
So the kit I use for recording behind me is the Tama Walnut Birch. It's a 5-piece kit. For this particular recording, we've only used the mid tom and the floor tom. We've used the bigger toms, so we've got a 12-inch and a 16-inch. And we've also substituted in a custom CVL kick drum, which is a 22 by 20. So it sounds like an absolute cannon, and you can tell when you hear that on the record. It sounds great. How that differs from my gig setup, I've started running a 5-piece kit, so 2 up, 2 down. I like having the extra flexibility of having more toms, more drums to be able to roll down with the kit, and it sounds great. The snare drum we've used for the recording is a DW Brass 14 by 6.5. This is different to the snare that I normally run in a gig setup. I normally use a Tama Starphonic 13 by 7. Yeah, 13 by 7. Extra depth. When it's live it sounds killer, but for this recording we wanted to really crank it and get a killer snare sound really.
Well, firstly, it differs because it exists. A lot of the time when we're doing shows, because they're smaller shows, you don't necessarily have a backstage area or anything, or any place to warm up. Some vocalists I know have the confidence to go into the bathroom and warm up, but I don't really like people walking in on me warming up, because it's not the most dignified thing a lot of the time. So yeah, half the time, annoyingly for my voice, I don't warm up pre-shows, but usually, fingers crossed, for now I'm fine. I do try and warm up where I can, but yeah, that's the primary difference, is that I do warm up before singing in the studio. On my way here today, I warmed up in the car, so that was a bit more of a safe space, I guess, and because I'm sitting down I can't over egg it too much. But yeah, it's just our producer sent me a playlist that he seems to send to most vocalists who don't warm up as a little warm-up guide, and then I just sing along to that, play it on my Spotify, and yeah, it was actually several of those songs were in my most played songs at the end of the year last year on Spotify, which was kind of embarrassing. Well, not really embarrassing because I'm looking after my voice, but I wanted to know what actual songs I'd been listening to, and it was just oh no, you've just been doing warm-ups all year.
So I always use PRS guitars, and I've got a custom 24 which I'd refretted last year. I've had it for about 7 years. I had it refretted last year with more chunky frets on it, which I like for the string bending, get a better purchase. I've got a PRS DGT, and I play through an Agnator 88, Tweaker 88, and a Mesa-Boogie dual rectifier, and I stick them both through these big orange cabs. And I quite often use a bit of extra drive, like a fuzz pedal, and I've got some tape loop type effects and choruses to make things sound bigger. And then of course there's all the production process that makes it even more amazing.